He swung the axe again and again, the sharp blade biting into the wood. But this axe wasn't his own. It was borrowed. In those days, tools like an iron axe head were incredibly valuable. They were expensive and difficult to replace. A good axe was a prized possession, essential for building and for life. To borrow one was an act of trust, and to lose it would be a disaster, not just financially, but it would also damage your reputation. As this man was swinging the axe with force, the unthinkable happened. The iron axe head, heavy and solid, suddenly flew off the wooden handle. It soared through the air in a short, tragic arc and landed with a splash in the murky waters of the Jordan River. It sank instantly, vanishing beneath the surface. Silence. The rhythmic chopping stopped. All the man could do was stare at the spot where the axe head disappeared. Panic and despair washed over him. His heart sank just as quickly as the iron had. He cried out, a voice filled with anguish, "Oh no, my Lord. It was borrowed." Can you feel his desperation? It wasn't just a piece of metal he had lost. He had lost something that didn't belong to him. He was now in debt. He had broken a trust. How could he possibly explain this to the owner? How could he afford to replace it? In that moment, his world was turned upside down by this one, seemingly small accident. His cry was a cry of helplessness. Elisha heard the man's cry of distress. He walked over to the riverbank where the man stood, frozen in despair. Elisha didn't scold him. He didn't lecture him about being more careful. He didn't minimize his problem or tell him it wasn't a big deal. Instead, the man of God asked a simple, calm question. Where did it fall? His voice cut through the panic. It was a question that offered a sliver of hope. The man pointed to the spot in the river. There, he said, his voice probably trembling. What happened next is one of the most gentle and profound miracles in the Bible. Elisha didn't pray for a new axe to appear. He didn't magically produce money from his pocket to pay for the lost one. He took part in the story. Elisha went and cut a stick from a nearby tree. Just a simple piece of wood. Then he walked back to the river, to the exact spot the man had pointed out. He tossed the stick into the water. And then, the impossible happened. The laws of nature were suspended. As the wooden stick floated on the surface, the heavy iron axe head, which by all rights should have been stuck in the mud at the bottom of the river, began to rise. It broke through the